Hello sewing friends and welcome to another episode of Sequin Girly Creates. Today's episode is planning spring makes, all inspired by some amazing fabric from Legend Textiles. If this is something you'd like to see, stick around. So I need to start today's episode with two things. One, in a second I'll tell you what I'm wearing, and two, to let you know that the items, the fabric I'm going to share with you today were gifted. So there was no expectation on what I needed to do with these or anything like that, but the lovely Josh at Legend Textiles out to me and said they loved the makes I was making with their fabric and sharing them, and you know, because I've been a customer for a while and I know some of you have shopped at Legend Textiles because of my recommendations, and they were really enjoying the makes I'd made. And Josh asked if he could send me some fabric so that I could see what I'd want to make with it. So there's no payment for this, it's just he sent me the fabric and it was up to me what I did with it. And when I saw the fabric, it just made me think of spring sewing plans. So that's what I've decided to do. But if you stay around to the end of the episode, there is something that I want to give back to you all, because you know how much I love to share with you. And this is very exciting for me because this is the first time something like this has happened. And I always want to make sure that I reach back out to you when these wonderful things happen. So stay around for that part. Right, let's talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Marigold jumper by Closet Core. I'll just stand up so you can see what happens at the bottom. And yes, I'm wearing very unmatching trousers. It has these wide sleeves with like an elastic here. It's by Closet Core. It's from the Closet Core Crew collection. And it was one of the patterns from last year. This was my toile, but actually I really love it. Oh, I'm blending in, I've realised. I've already started on my second one. Is that better? Yes, that's better because I'm not blending in now. I hadn't realised blending in with the background there. Right, so what I'm going to do is show you the fabric, and then I will do my best to link all of these fabrics below. They're all currently available on Legend Textiles. Then I'm going to talk through my sewing plans and which patterns I want to use, but I've also seen some other lovely fabric on Legend Textiles, so I'm going to show you some of those as well. And then in true style of me, I will go away, I will stitch some things up, and in a few weeks I'll share with you how it's gone. I am still sewing warm snuggly items because it is still very chilly here. It was -2 degrees Celsius last night, but the sun is out. I'm feeling hopeful, the daffodils are out, and that makes me want to think about spring. I'm still working on things that I want to sew to enjoy in this transitional coldness, but let's get excited about what weather is coming. I saw someone say spring is their favourite season. I think I've always said spring's my favourite season as well. Right, let's stop hanging around. Okay, so let's start with this fabric. So I am going to have to predict what I think these are because I was a bit lazy and I didn't do the research. This feels to me like a cotton. It's got no stretch to it, but you're going to see why I love this, because look at this. So it's got these huge peonies, I think, against this black background. Look at that, look. This is one of those fabrics that's really hard unless you hang it on the washing line to see exactly what you've got. So I'll probably put a picture and I'll hang it over our banister or something and show you. This has got a lovely crisp feel. This needs to be, let me hold it up against my face. That's great for me, isn't it? This has got pinks, cerise, oranges in it. This needs to be something where the pattern of the fabric does the talking. Maybe some gathering, but let's come back to plans in a minute. Oh, and by the way, for any of these, if you have ideas, let me know. I'm going to make such a mess unfolding these. Next one is this gorgeous cerise pink. This is definitely a Ponte. It's a really nice quality Ponte. Sometimes Ponte can feel like cheaper Pontes can feel a little bit too artificial. This one has a much more like cotton feel. I really like the feel of this one. got great stretch, only two-way stretch, but look at that. That is a very, look at that, imagine that trousers with this. Okay, those two go well together as well. Now, I told Josh how much I love jersey, and also if you haven't listened to the podcast episode with the stash chats with Yvette yet, Yvette and Jess in there say to me, oh, it's hard to find jersey that's not sort of adult patterns. Well, thank you to Josh, because this is a perfect adult style jersey. So I don't know, it's like a tumbling rock style pebble polka dot. Again, look at that with that purple. I love like purple and white and black together. So this one is like, I would say, a t-shirt weight. So that's really nice. Let's have a look at the stretch in it. So you've got a little bit that way and loads that way, and great recovery as well. Look, and it's not going white when you stretch it. That's always a really good sign. So loving that. I hope you're thinking like I am what we're going to do with these. Josh also sent me another jersey, and that one's a cream and black. This one is a proper white and black. I think bows are back in this year. I was watching Rosary Apparel, and she was saying how much she was into bows, and everyone loves bows. Let's have a look at the stretch. Yeah, again, look at that stretch and recovery, and they're not splitting either. That's brilliant. So that, again, I would say is like this. Oh, I'm already thinking a lovely Freya in this, or a Tammy handmade Naya. I'd like to make a dress in it, but I'd get a bit scared that I'd get something down it. But you know what? This is definitely cotton. You could dye it. I could dye it yellow for So Yellow Window. Okay, that one's a lovely one, isn't it? Wow. Right, this one I want to say, this is a scuba. Isn't it funny how we don't ever feel ourselves learning the fabrics? I've never had a session or anything. It's funny how you do learn to recognise them. So, this one I think is a scuba crepe because it's got like a texture on the front. Can I get that up so you can see that? Yes, look there, you can see the texture there. Do that so it doesn't see me. This is gorgeous. This is like spring in a fabric. Look at that. Look. So there's like lots of like what I would call spring flowers on there. I think that's Lily of the Valley, that white one there. I'm looking at all the types of flowers on here. See, that looks like a hellebore. So you found out my secret gardening knowledge. And it's white on the back, and when you stretch it, it's not going white. Oh, this has got four-way stretch. Let me find the edge. So we've got, and that way, so there's four-way stretch. See, just imagine a pair of trousers in this with like this top, a cord so that you can mix and match. Keep thinking. Then we have this. Now, plain fabrics, as you know, I keep working on buying them, keep working on finding them, but this isn't any old plain. This is what I think is called a dobby. Can you see? Yes, look, the texture in it. Texture's good, isn't it? So this to me feels like a georgette. It has that feel where it doesn't feel like cotton or viscous. I'll be really interested when I link these and find out what they actually are. This is lovely. Imagine this in like a really nice top to go with like a patterned pair of trousers or something. It's got gorgeous drape. That dobby pattern in there is really nice. Yeah, that's a lovely drape to that, and it's got almost like a little shimmer with the dobby parts on there. Again, I love this one. Now this definitely feels like a viscous challis to me. Oh, for sure, for sure. Look at this. Now this was reminds me of what my nan used to say, blue and green should never be seen unless there's something in between. Well, good news, Nan, there's white between the blue and the green. I love that. Hey, look at my necklace over the top of that there. How perfect is that? That was an accident. This is the perfect fabric for making a dress because it's got nice drape, and it's also got that sort of smoothness to the way it would hang, like when you do the sleeves and everything, but nice body to it, so that when you wear it you would feel that there's a little, it would hold the structure but would drape. This is gorgeous, this fabric. I would say run, don't walk for this one. Look at that. I can't wait to make that one into something. This one I know is a cotton shirting, so I really like this colour. That's a good representation. I was thinking about the fact that it's stripes. You could play with the direction, so you could have like the yoke that way around. I've seen the yoke on the diagonal. Oh, it's proper shirting with like the little white line is like, oh, sun's out now. The white line. Can you just see it there? Look, yeah. So anyway, this playing with the direction, like the pocket in the different direction. That's nice. I like that. And just sort of like with a nice, oh, just imagine if you did a white cotton collar. Oh, that's 80s dreams, that is. And then we have another jersey. Thank you, Josh, for knowing how much my jersey dreams. This is very, very me. I think it's what's called space dye or tie dye, but look, it's just in black. That's a lovely t-shirt weight as well, and it's quite a random, but not like it's like linear tie dye. That I bet you all know I can make a twist front dress. I'm not going to though. And it's plain on the back, so this is obviously printed on, but when you stretch it, it's not going anywhere. It's not like breaking apart. So it's two-way stretch with good stretch. So I need to have a think, and you need to have a think to help me too. Right, 3 to go. So this one, now this feels like a quilting weight. To me, it feels like a Japanese style print, because you've got like the cherry blossom, and look how that print runs diagonal through the fabric. And you get it up close, and then that. But it's a nice weight to this. If you wanted like a puff sleeve where it held the shape, this would be perfect for that. Nice colour on me. Again, look. Get that over the top, or a pink one. Such a spring fabric, isn't it? Can you see why I said when I saw the fabric scent this was spring collection? I'm just thinking trousers in this. So this one has butterflies on. I know some people, who was I talking to, absolutely loves butterflies. It's like a georgette or a chiffon. Look at that, the colours, they're lovely, like spring colours as well. Really nice drape on that one. And that one is, you can't really tell the size. If you did like a sleeve, you wouldn't have to worry about seeing the back of the sleeve. Which made me think about one of the others. And then the final one is pretty special. That's the back of it. Let's get to the front. The front is this. Look at this. Look at that. Now that is pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Now these have a special name, and it is, you can see where it's done because of the back and then the front, but that back, I love the back too. Look at that, look. So this is a more, it's not weighty, but it holds itself, if you see what I mean. So I'm thinking what would be great to make in this, because it is pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Now, right everybody, so they're the ones I've got. So now let's start planning what to do with them, and this is where you are encouraged to comment below, and then I'll pop some pictures at the end of some other great fabrics I've seen. So I will try and put on the screen the price per metre of each of these, and this is one of the reasons why I've shopped at Legend Textiles for quite some time, is because of the value. Most of, if not all of this, is dead stock, and the value is phenomenal. And someone asked me on a recent vlog that I did, what she noticed that like this, I made toiles in fabric I liked, and I explained that I made them in fabric that I liked, but that was in the cheaper price bracket, because if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be sad. But if I did, I would wear it, and sometimes just wear it at home, maybe, if not. But like this one, this fabric was from the Birmingham Rag Market and was £3 a metre. So I think this has probably cost me £4.50, this top, to make. And if I hadn't liked it, or it hadn't fit me, or adjustments, it's not a huge loss. I could easily recut it, reshape it, but if I like it, then it's great. So I do often choose to make my toiles like that. I do sometimes make them in bedding, but it was quite interesting. Jess said on one of our podcast episodes, if she doesn't make her toile in a fabric she liked, she's not invested in doing it properly. And I thought it was quite an interesting take, because Yvette was much more of the do the quick and dirty toile where you've only even done one arm or one leg and you've not done the whole thing. So there's lots of ways to approach it, but I often, with a pattern where there's a high chance it will go well, I will make it in a fabric like this. If it's something completely new that I've never done before that could go wrong, then I'm happy to make like just one leg or one part of it. So where shall we start? Let's start with the Ponte. So I'm immediately tempted, I'll put up here, to make another pair of the Walk Boldly trousers by Pattern Emporium, because this colour would be a great colour to wear with so many tops, and having the plain trousers goes well. And I think probably, Josh sent me 3 meters, probably I could make like a waistcoat or something to go with it, which would be pretty awesome. But do I want to do something different? I could make the Closet Core Onyx pants, because they would be great in this colour too. Or there is the Winnie pants, which Bex and Liz have made. So I really am feeling that a trouser, no, not a skirt, a trouser is probably the best choice for me in this, because it allows me to wear lots of tops with it. This colour is a perfect colour for me. I would like to make a dress with it, but I don't think it's best use of the fabric to wear lots of other tops with it. Hang on a minute, what if I made a Scirocco jumpsuit in this? Oh my goodness, you're going to have to help me decide now. Just imagine a Scirocco in this. There is a lovely fibre mood dress, which is got a cross bit. No, it has to be a bottom half with the fabric left over, like either a jacket or a waistcoat for the top. A Ponte trouser is just such a great way to bring colour into your wardrobe, to bring in the flexibility of then making all these lovely pattern tops and having a trouser that you can wear with all the pattern tops. Right, let's do this one next. So this has to be a dress, has to be a dress. So it's which dress do I want to make? Now, the Springe jumpsuit could be nice, and you can make that into a dress instead. Or I could make the Belle dress by Style Arc, which is a lovely Bex made. So I'm going to put a picture of her lovely dress in here. That could be nice in this. I'm not going to make a Seasons of East, because I could, but I feel that I'm looking at one of the others now, but I feel that this could do with some like a ruffly shoulder. Let's have a think what other ones I've got. So I could make the peony dress in this. That could be lovely. It could be like a really, because of the fabric, it's like a really nice everyday but lovely bright fabric. But the peony would bring like a bit of, it would have like a little bit of structure. You could even do the sleeve head in the peony just to puff the sleeve out a bit. Or I think that could be a lovely spring dress, because you could then put a roll neck underneath when it's chilly and a pair of tights, but also then into the spring without tights, without something underneath. So I'm really liking the idea of that one. So that's probably going to be, it's on my list anyway, the peony. I think that's what we're going to do. But this is an amazing 80s style pattern, and I have got that 80s dress that I found, the pattern. I'll put the picture in here. This is my favourite thing, the choosing the patterns and the designing things. Okay, let's do this one next. Now this is, I could so easily, I know what I need to make this with. I need to make a dress, and it needs to be like, you know, that empire style one, or something like that, where you can wear the dress and you don't need like fastenings because it's scuba. What about a peony in this, but you wouldn't need the zip because it's scuba? That could be really nice. Now, this is interesting. This jumper that I've got on, as usual, when I'm making it, I'm thinking, what if I made that into a dress? Could that be this? Because you'd have that lovely billowy sleeve. It fits really nicely around the waist and then out into this could be lovely, couldn't it? Because you've got like that wider neck. It's got the stretch to go fitted in at the waist. And you don't really want a lot messing around with this pattern. You want to keep this pattern. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Let's see how it would, because it's got nice drape to it. Oh my goodness, it's going to be an amazing spring dress. Right, that's what I'm going to do, everybody. I'm going to turn this into a dress. I could do it as separates and make a skirt or a dress, but that is going to be spring in an outfit, and I can just see it now with like a pink jacket or a green jacket. I've got like a mint green jacket. This is my favourite thing. I do this all the time in my head when I'm trying to fall asleep at night. It doesn't always work, but this is, oh, thank you Josh at Legend Textiles for giving me this opportunity to get so excited. Now, this gorgeous thing here, this needs to be a dress as well. I know there could be a bit of a worry about how overpowering it is, but I don't think for me it will be. I'm too tempted to make a Seasons of East dress, but I'm not going to, because I've got enough of them, and actually I think this does need a bit of gathering, and it does need thinking about the placement. It is fabulous, I have to say. This is the one I need your help most with, so do send me your suggestions, but it's got to be a dress. This could be the spring, couldn't it? I know, these are the things I know. It needs to have a sleeve, it needs to have some types of folds in it. This one, what about this pattern? Obviously much longer on me, like down to here, and not the open back. That has exactly the kind of structure I mean. Right, where next? Okay, let's look at this dobby. This one actually would make, I'm going to make the Bakerloo in this. I think this could be a lovely Bakerloo, because you could do white edging on like the collar, and I think the other option is the Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Company, because again you've got like that ruffle and things, which would be nice texture in it. So some really good options of choices for that. Really excited about making that one. Right, so next, again, that could be one of those, because you could play around, but if not, a nice shirt pattern, and there's a couple of really good shirt patterns out there. I'll put some pictures in here, because any shirt pattern where you could play with the direction. Although interestingly, I was thinking a Tammy handmade Naya in this, because actually when I put the Naya on, it doesn't really stretch to get on me, and imagine making it in this. But I was watching Julie Sews Her Own Clothes the other day, and she was making the LB pullover without the sleeves, which I know a couple of other people did. Imagine making it in this, and what that would be like. So I think either like a throw over the top, or let's do it properly. I've got that vintage shirt pattern with the ruffle, haven't I? Just think of that. Think of that with that as a ruffle. Look at that, look. Okay, I'll put a picture in here of that. That could be amazing, couldn't it? I feel this needs to be a shirt of some kind. It could be a nice trouser, but I would rather make a shirt or a blouse because I can wear it with so many other things. It could be an overshirt, but I don't really wear overshirts. Ooh, oh my goodness. What about the notches? I put it in here, the Judy top with the faux wrap that I'm about to make. That, playing with the lines in that, could be amazing, couldn't it? So I really need to get that other version sewn up, and if it looks good, this could look brilliant with the faux wrap. That's a strong contender. Right, let's do the Pebble jersey. So, oh, I picked up the wrong one, hang on. Right, I'm back. So first of all, that's the vintage shirt pattern I was talking about. This gorgeous jersey here, I was thinking of doing it in this new DP pattern that I found. Oh, by the way, difficulties 1 out of 3. I didn't say that last time. And it's like this. I think that would look fabulous in that, with the drape and the shape and everything. So that I'm really excited to do with that. So it is DP and it's L004 and it's a top. It's a top with bat sleeves. So I'm definitely going to do that with that. That's a really, yeah, a big strong yes. And then this gorgeous one. I said, didn't I, although I could easily do another, hang on. Although I could easily do another twist front dress, I don't want to because I just need to push myself. So there is the Avena, I think it's Avena jumpsuit by Friday Pattern Company. But there's also this one, which again I picked up in a charity shop. You can make a dress or jumpsuit. So I'm just reading it here. Jersey, so does that mean, I think that could be nice in a jersey though. I think that would be nice. It's not much different from the Avena jumpsuit, but also I've picked up this in a charity shop, and it's a dress that's got lots of panels. Let me show you the line drawing. I want to show it to you without the sunshine. There, look at all the panels. So that could really play with the print in that, and this is easy just for knits. So size for stretch knits only, jersey single knit stretch velvet, see pick a knit rule. Oh, here we go. For this fabric, take, oh, it's more than that for the stretch. I think that could be just a nice different jersey dress, couldn't it? Okay, so now we have this one. So this, I was having a think when I was downstairs looking at my patterns, and I was loving the direction of this, because sometimes, like if there's like a horizontal stripe, you don't want to do a trouser in that. You could turn it vertical, but because this is diagonal, I was wondering about the Mitchell trouser. So I wondered about doing the Mitchell trouser in this, because it would be a lovely spring trouser, and I know that it's got like that fold, so you'd get the nice detail of the fold, and it's got enough weight that it would be a bit crisp. So I am quite drawn towards the idea of a trouser in this, because I think that the diagonal wouldn't be unflattering, because by the time you've sewn it up it would be playing around with it and all sorts, or I could even possibly cut it out with the diagonal going downwards. I don't think it would mess around, you know, there's no stretch either way in this, so it wouldn't mess, so you could cut it that way if there's enough length. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'm feeling, or make a spring quilted jacket. There's the parchment jacket by Closet Core, there's the Havea, there's a lot of different quilted jackets. That could make a nice spring quilted jacket. Now, you will notice there is a couple of fabrics that I haven't made plans 4, and that's because I want to send them to somebody. So if you would like to have some of this jersey, this gorgeous butterfly one. Now I'm finding this one hard to part with, but I really want to share this gorgeousness with you. And this one, I might have to keep a little bit and make a bag. I want to share this with you, so we might have half each of this, but you'll get enough that you can definitely do something decent with it. I'm not sure how much of this Josh sent me actually. There's at least 3 meters of this, so we can share it. I'll have a little bit and send the rest to you. I want to share my good fortune when these things happen with you all. I did have a different company that I'd not heard of reach out to me, and I made it very clear the only way I was doing it was if I could make sure my viewers benefited. I don't know if they're going to come back to me now, but that was basically what I said to them. So if you would like to win a little parcel of goodies sent to you, please leave a comment below. If you don't want to, but you want to leave a comment, just put don't enter me or something. But if you'd like to be considered for the fabric, leave me a comment. I will do the draw. So I'm going to do the draw on Friday the 15th of March, and so your comment needs to be before then if you want to be considered. And I'm afraid on this occasion it's only open to UK unless you're prepared to help me with the postage. I would happily post it somewhere else in the world if it was sort of cost allowing, but I could get the cost and find out for you if you're elsewhere in the world, because I don't mind sending it to you and I don't mind contributing, but some of the costs to post elsewhere in the world are very expensive. So UK I'm happy to pay, but if you're elsewhere in the world and you want to be considered, it will be coming from the UK to you, so you might want to have a look at that cost, and then if we can work it out together, that's fine. But if not, I can't afford the cost on my own to post elsewhere in the world, particularly to some parts of the world. But I would love to share my good fortune with you and send 3 of these fabrics to somebody else. So, and obviously it would be lovely if you, when you've made something, if you win, to share the pictures so that I can share them with Josh so that he can see what we've made with them, because it's very, very kind of them and very generous, and so I'd really like to do that for them. But I have had an amazing time choosing what to make. I hope you enjoyed hearing me thinking about what to make. I can't wait to get on with making now. I must finish some other things first. I would love to hear from you, your ideas on what I should make. And I'm going to put a scrolling screen at the end, so stay on when I finish talking, with some other gorgeous fabrics they've got and my suggestions of what to make with them. So if you're still looking for some inspiration, and I will try and put the price up, because that's one of the reasons why I love Legend, is they're very accessible if you're looking to start. And by the way, they have an in-person shop in Thetford, which lovely Mandy from Make It So has been to. So there is a real shop. If you like to shop in person, they have one too that you can go to. So when you're thinking, oh, I don't like shopping online, go to the real one. Go and see Josh in their actual shop, which is fantastic, isn't it? So thank you, everybody. And as I say, hang around to see some other great choices at the end and my ideas. And I hope you get some sewing time too. And I'll catch you soon.